There's two ways that this trade could have gone. I think I probably advised to open up a short in the midst of this rally to close in this last like in this sharp drop here at the end of the day, around 3 o'clock, maybe a little later. But you could have also opened up before this move started along and closed along here with this breakout. That's the strife card. That breakout ruin. We broke out right here, and then we rallied to meet key resistance, and then now we're doing a decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. Turned into, well, I should say that was there. And then we have the Queen of Swords and the Failure card kind of combined, indicating a pretty strong decline here, especially with the unicursal on top of it. A ruin here saying a near overbought crest declines into a low. The only thing that's a little concerning to me is this Aeon card, because this is the biggest move to the upside in the deck. It could either mean right at the close there's a big move to the upside, or it could mean that there's one like in the morning. And it looks like there could be a move higher in the morning, but it's very possible that it's from significantly lower. What's interesting is I'm not getting a cash out. This isn't really a cash out of a short card. This is a trade at correlation here in orange, but it's to close along or open up a, probably open up a short, not close along. Open up a short because we've got lows here at the end of the day. What's interesting is that I'm not advised to close anything here, meaning that we probably see a lower price level today than in the morning tomorrow, even though we go lower overnight, and then we probably go even lower than whatever the low is today. We probably go even lower here by the end of the day, with another opportunity at the end of the day to possibly open up another short. So I'm not looking, FYI guys, if you hopped on, I'm not even going to look at my chat until I've completed my trades. I'm not going to get distracted by this exit. I'm way overextended right now. I'm all short. I was a little early. It's a really, really risky place to be. $80 cash, basically all on the short side. Technically, you could say that this is long side, and I could buy these back, but I'd have to sell something to buy them back. It's a really, really risky place to be. You don't want to stay in something like this. You want to avoid being in this position as much as possible, but sometimes to make the right decisions, it's necessary to do this like intermittently. But oh boy, is it stressful. So I'm not looking at the chat until I've adjusted this position at least, guys. Sorry about that. I did this day trade up here where I sold against, I took in like a $1,200 get credit and sold against my puts for like a bullish put spread. And then like about $9 profit later, I was like, you know what, that was a cowardly decision, and I exited out for a day trade. Made $9 there, but it was a good move, because if we had continued to go up, I would have taken in $1,000 cash, and my minimum loss. Actually, there wouldn't have been a loss. I would have taken in like $1,200 cash. But if I was right and we went the opposite way, I only would have like lost $300 there. So it was a pretty good like safety bet, and I was lucky enough to have day trades available to me to do that, to like kind of manage my risk tolerance. I might just close out of some of them here, not because I think we're not going lower, but like I just have way too much risk on the table right now. But not yet. Hmm. No, that's not right. Oops. So that would really bring in like $180, roughly 160, 70, something like that. Not, it doesn't take much risk off the table. God, I hope this isn't an Aeon move right here. Oh God, I did it again, right? Yeah, not the way to go there either. Maybe I just sell the 523s. There was a better time to do that though. It's a little frustrating. Like this is how like when you're overextended, this is how you can get scared out at the wrong time and end up losing money even though you're right, which is why it's really dangerous to do this for like a longer period of time. And if you guys are just hopping on, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not even looking at the chat box right now. I'm heavily overextended here. I'm basically all my stuff is in the market, and I'm on one side. So I'm just looking to take risk off the table right now, and not end up doing it because I'm scared. Doing it at the right time. So I'm not to be distracted. Sorry about that, guys. Not gonna have a repeat of yesterday. Getting kind of risky with that Aeon card there. We're about half hour into it. But if we did end up to the upside with this Aeon card, which I wouldn't have expected, I would expect like a move right at the close, but not all the way back to highs. That would be nuts. If that did happen, that would mean there's a really sharp drop overnight. I gotta get out of those five. I gotta get out of these guys. I can't. This is just too risky and irresponsible. I've got to get out of these. I'll take the $130 loss and keep my $700 cash. Oh, what the heck is this? Well, why is it doing that now? Weird. Oh, it's because I have them selected. Got you. Yeah. Too risky, guys. You gotta be very careful when you're over your risk tolerance. You start making really dumb decisions. And what's really bad about it is all your money's in the market because you're over risk tolerance. So like it's a really bad combo. You do not want to stay that. The only reason I was like that is because I got in a little early with some of my other trades, which I made money on. You guys didn't see that. And so provided this turns around like I think it will, we should be pretty good. But if I'm wrong, I still got cash to work with so that I can then fix my errors. See, if I was wrong before and it went against us, I would have been royally fucked because I would have to sell something, like sell a bunch of stuff at a loss just to buy back something twice as expensive as it was when I sold it. You know what I mean? It would have sucked. So this was the safe move. It's a little annoying because I took a $100 loss to position myself that way, but sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to do the best next thing. What's the next step? What's the best choice for the next step? On repeat. On repeat. You can have plans, but you should never deviate from what's the best choice next on repeat. You can have plans and follow them, but would you continue to follow the plans if at some point the best next step was no longer in line with the plans? You'd be a fool to do that, right? So have plans, it's important, but always try to like get in this habit of like thinking what's the next best step. Stop thinking about what could happen, you know, like, well, in regard to like what do you like, oh my god, this worst case, or oh my god, this best case. Just think about what's the smartest next move, right? Don't think about victory and defeat. Holy crap, I'm getting into like what is it, Bruce Lee philosophy here. One of my heroes, by the way. See, now if it goes against me here, what I'll do is I've got 700 cash, right? If it goes against me significantly, I will buy back these 522s and probably lighten up on the 523s, but I'll have taken in a nice profit on the 522s. I probably dropped one 523. Oy. That's that Aeon move right there. Yep, that is that Aeon move right there, guys. That's what I was worried about. So I'm glad I did what I did because I would have definitely closed at a like a probably like double a loss had I stayed in. And that doesn't mean that we're not going to turn around and go lower. It just means that you have to manage your risk so that you can survive at that point, right? Like, what if you're wrong and we don't go that way and you just keep going in the opposite direction? You're basically royally screwed because you didn't leave any way to fix the situation. So some people might be like, why did he do that? Why did he do that? Because it was the smart thing to do, guys. Even if I'm wrong, it was still a smart thing to do because what I'm managing is my own decision-making process. That is what I'm managing, right? Know thyself. But I would really like to see a turnaround here. I'll be very frustrated if we don't. Like, very frustrated, because that would have been all my gains. Uh... Well, expiration's out far enough that we'll be fine anyways. I don't foresee us going higher than the highs that we've already seen anyway, so we're good. I've got cash. Good to go. I'll ride this out. We go lower. Looks like end of day. I would have thought there was a peak there, but this could easily be just like part of the Prince of Discs. This looks more like a decline into the end of day, with an opportunity right here around 10 o'clock, or at the open, or around 10 o'clock, probably at the open. Opportunity there actually to open up more of a short position. So annoying. They're basically trying to scare people out of short positions right now. And it looks like we'll probably hit this green as I thought. I mean, technically we did. It's a circle. It should be a square. So technically we already hit it. But who knows? We might hit it again. And the other possibility is that we haven't actually hit the Aeon. And what we're seeing now is this like trade opportunity in the Strife. It's doubtful to me that it's that. But that is the other possibility. In which case, another reason that we would see a pretty sharp decline. But I think this unicursal, if we end on a high here, that's a pretty strong indication that this ruin. The adjustment card is also like a short squeeze card. We've got opportunity here to open up a short here at the open, and then we've got lows at the end of the day. So I think I'm in a safe bet, but I'm very glad that I got into that cash. Like you can't get tempted if you're gonna do something like that to for a protective reason, right? And then you find yourself in a situation where you're like totally overextended, but if it goes in your favor, like you'll make a ton of money. That doesn't change the fact that you've done something very risky and you need to get out of some of that position and take risk off the table, because you're going to make the wrong decisions when things move against you based on the level of risk that you have. If it's over your risk tolerance, you make the wrong decisions. End of story. All right, so I'm pretty much, unless we see a big drop here into the close, which we might because of this ruin, it's very possible that we go from an overbought peak and we drop sharply here, right? That's why I'm like, be careful. It could go either way here. But unless we do that, if we just go higher into the close, I'm just sitting tight. If we turn around and we decline, we start declining, then I might close out of puts. But for now, I'm fine where I am. Let's take a look and see what everybody's got for questions here. Hey Mark, hey Yoga, hey AV, hey Youngfin, hey Robert, hey Conscious Evolution, hello 80s hairband forever. Do I see XRP breaking $2 on this move in April? See, there's like shorts here I haven't even put out. They were created in December 3rd. They're probably, two of them are probably obsolete by now. Ugh. I mean, I have XRP breaking $10 in 2024, FYI. But I also had Bitcoin for 20K or 30K here in March, and that didn't pan out. So, or at least it didn't yet, anyways. So, be mindful of that. But, um, yeah, there's like a low right here on the cusp. And then looks like somebody asked this question actually, because there's a $2 mark right there. Yeah, boom. We just entered into that territory, like I said. So that really threw me off, too. That was another thing that threw me off. It's because we technically got the price level here. I'm gonna be so aggravated if there's a better opportunity to sell my calls today. I'm gonna be so annoyed. This was a tough day, guys. This reading was tough, and or the day trading on this reading was tough and stressful because it was a really complicated reading. Not to mention the timing was slightly off. Sequence of events was accurate, but as far as timing, this is one of the more off on timing. And here you can see we've got this huge Aeon move. I'm so tempted right now to hop back into puts. That's what I'll do. I'll buy these back. Oh, it doesn't let me. What's going on? Let me see. I might have entered that trade wrong. Why doesn't it let me close those? Oh, I see. Because I still have... It's not enough to close them. So what do? I'll close like maybe 2 of them. Should I do that? Now I'm going to be back in that territory where I really want to be careful. All right, who's next? Oh, so do I see it breaking at $2 in April? Yeah, I got a yes for that. It's gonna break $2 in April. That's probably what this line was about. Somebody asked that question already, I'm pretty sure. Hey, you're welcome, Robert. Thanks for the order, my man. Is now a good time to enter along in Bitcoin? Do you see us hitting new highs this week? Where's my Bitcoin stuff? That's so annoying. I got way too many windows open. Where the hell is my Bitcoin? Um, yeah, I think we've got more decline tomorrow, guys. There's a high like there's a high here, but this might just end up being like a prominent peak, and it comes after like a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Matter of fact, the high's probably on the 29th looking at it right now. So I think we probably have more decline tomorrow or into later today even, I should say, because it's a crypto. I want to get that last short option off the table, and then I'll reduce this when we turn around or at the close for a bit of a loss. Ugh, I don't want to look at it right now. What's the next one? Hermes, stop. Do I see us hitting new highs in Bitcoin this week? It's a tough call because the Princess of Discs is a pretty big drop in a lot of cases, and we just kind of started it. The decline continues, it looks like, tomorrow because the Knight of Cups, it's a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then that fast sudden move higher probably continues into the 29th, or it could be the end of the day on the 28th, but I think probably into the 29th because it looks like, as far as sequence of events, the chart is like one day behind us. Like the chart is one day behind what we're actually seeing as the prediction, if that makes sense. Same sequence of events, though. Is Ethereum peaking like May or June at around 6K or close? All right, I gotta close some of these windows. This is driving me nuts. Hermes, are you being chatty? How many freaking XRP windows did I have open? My God. By the way, guys, if we're ever on a live and you notice that my alarm is going off in the background, like yesterday, somebody tell me. I can't hear it. This is how I keep New York City noise pollution at bay. Noise canceling headphones, or earbuds, I should say. Hermes, you're really distracting me here, my man. Let's close that one too. Hermes, can you get comfortable, please? Is Ethereum peaking in May or June? It looks like it's a double, like it's 2 to 3 highs. There's either one in April, one in May, and one in June, or it's one in April, May on the cusp. It could be that. But there's another one in June. And then it's actually a pretty good shot that there's one here in like at the October high before that big decline or on the cusp of September, October, based on the theme card and this card being so closely related. And if that was the case, then this would probably be a high there too. So a lot of like back and forth. But I'd say that these are pretty good, pretty strong highs here. Ugh, are you joking me? Ugh. Let me look at the chart. I was trying to watch SPY while I was doing it. Didn't hit that one. And it looks like I was off here, was there, and I thought it was a little bit later, but that ended up being what I was looking for. Is it safe to go long Netflix and Nvidia now? Ugh, I'm so annoyed right now. Why is it going like this? Because I'm overextended. What do I say? When you do that, that's what happens. So I'll have to deal with the mistake and make up for it. If it turns into a mistake, it's not too late. It was kind of a mistake. I should have. You know what it was, dude? That freaking mistake trade that I made, like because I panicked for a sec, was like a snowball effect. So this is kind of like me, the after effects of missing that part of my plan. Nvidia. it Netflix? I would say so. That looks pretty safe to me. Um, yeah, that looks like a good spot to get in and close out of it tomorrow. And then Nvidia. Whoa, do they have the same card there? Oh my god, tell me they have the same card there. No, but it's a pretty similar card. Um, Probably for this one too, but I would say with this one, maybe don't open up a full long position, open up a partial, and then if we do go lower first, because we might actually. It's possible we go lower, but it's hard to say. We're kind of in between here. So I'd probably open up a partial long, and then if we go down to these price levels, I'd add to it. I don't think we will, but we might. As you can see, I'm not always right. What's next? All right, Hermes, going on. I gotta think here for a sec. This has got to be topping off here. Like, it's just got to. I mean, it doesn't have to, but I would be shocked if it didn't. But that's that Aeon card move. That's what I was really concerned about. I just thought I had a little bit more time before it happened. But that's exactly why I got into some cash. And I didn't see a unicursal. Like, this isn't enough of a decline to be unicursal, which is what really makes me think we've got this big drop. But I have an expiration out here as well, so I think I probably have a little time. Like I said, tomorrow's going to be a pretty decliney day. Oh, it's so annoying. And it's like I saw it coming and I still got caught in it. But there you go, back into that range right there. Nailed it there, nailed it there. We're missing the lows. Yeah, I'm just going to sit on this. I'll bite the bullet. It might be a huge mistake because I've got way too much risk on the table. And like, this right here could be like a continuation. Right, what did we have here? But I think we open lower tomorrow is the thing. Based on this, we open lower. I shouldn't have bought back those short puts. That was the mistake. And I knew it was risky, but it could turn out in my favor tomorrow, hopefully. Like, we could go super, super high tomorrow based on this, and then we'd have a significant decline off of it. Like, this is probably where I'll end up getting out. Final verdict. Am I leaving it like this? So risky. I guess I'm leaving it like that. So we might open. I have that we open lower, but like there's a possibility based on the adjustment card that that's wrong. For the most part, I've been right about these. There's been a few I was off on, but either way, I think we go lower. It's a pretty toppy energy. We go lower by the end of the day, and then into the first, another very toppy card. We go probably lower there still. So tomorrow we'll see. I'm so pissed right now. Did so well and then I made that one error. What are you gonna do? Now I just have to like be poised and remain calm. I hate being stressed out like this. It's like the worst. Still going higher, right? Yeah. That's so frustrating. All right, well, I'm pissed, guys. I'm going to call it right now because I'm really pissed off. So I'll see you guys in the morning.